stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
The starters for Utah. They've got John Conchar, Keontae George out there with Bailey. Then it's Williams, and it's Filipowski in at the 5. And Bailey gets it to go.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Turner. Here's Porter from behind the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The more Porter Jr. hits this, the more driving lanes will appear for him.
George scanning the floor. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. No good. Great D that time from Porter. Going inside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Porter's got 5 points.
Capping off the drive through the bump. Porter Jr. holding steady.
Back to George. Utah moving the ball around. On the wing, Conchar. First shot won't go.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title card.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime. And he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats.
Can they get it? And it's Filipowski. That time on the assist by George.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Porter. 5 points in the game.
With his vert, Porter Jr. has no issues getting to the rim.
Outside, Williams. Conchar outside. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's see the stat sheet here for Kevin Porter.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Rollins. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Antetokounmpo finds Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Fantastic ball movement that time. Antetokounmpo skilled at taking apart a defense with his passing.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the middle. Bailey, the pass to Conchar. Williams from long range. Giannis with the rebound. Here's Milwaukee. They've got a 13-2 run going. Puts it up from 12. That one is off. Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Filipowski. Turner covers, and he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
That's the advantage of playing inside out.
First team foul.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
And that one misses. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee. But trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player, but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Rollins. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass. Rollins has got his second basket of the game.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Down low. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When you have that kind of size advantage, you just need to go right to the rim.
And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Ooh, Giannis dunks it home.
When you look at the long strides and athleticism of Antetokounmpo, he gets coming at that goal. It's hard to stop him.
Now here's Filipowski. His last outing, he had 20. Pass to Bailey. Back to Filipowski. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
There's 38 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's stolen. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. George's shot is good.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
Antetokounmpo, left side. Here's Rollins. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Turner. Launches a 3. The putback. And so it's Milwaukee closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Kyle Kuzma out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Gary Trent, then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Jang in at the small forward position. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
So impressive how quick Love gets his shot off. And I mean, even when the defense is on him, he knows how to use his size to his advantage.
Here's Kuzma, following the bucket by Utah. And play stops, a whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Collier. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. Here's Hinton, outside for Love. Here's Collier. Again, Utah. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Trent outside, pass to Thomas. Shoots over Collier. Thomas misses. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Love a screen on Trent from outside the arc. Sends the ball, no good. And for the Bucks, they're shooting 59% on this one, a good average. Kuzma. Utah grabs the miss. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Outside Love. Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 5. Can't nail the jumper. The Bucks leading by 5. Out left to the wing. Jang passes to Trent. And here is Kuzma to get back on track. It's hauled in by Hinton. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Greg. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Now here's Trent. Yet to see a basket. Here's Kuzma. Here's Thomas for three. And another miss by Milwaukee. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Collier. Here's Hinson, defended by Kuzma. Shot's good by Hinson. Hinson's got his first 2 points of the night.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Change here for Milwaukee. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo finds Porter. They still need this. And the layup is good. Porter's got 9 points. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players. So if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Rollins, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up to the Utah Jazz. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Outside Porter. Out to the right wing. Outside Green. Three-pointer off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Conchar, the pass to George. Williams from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Porter. And we've got 1:18 left in the second period. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
Well, he's a really good shooter. Got a good look from medium range, and I think they'll go back to that.
George finds Williams. Now Filipowski. Turner covers. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. A nice shot by Filipowski. Give him 8 points now. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Counted. Bailey's got 6.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Milwaukee has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Turner passes to Antetokounmpo. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the three-pointer goes.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Bailey. He's got 6. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Bucks ahead. They lead by 4. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead at the half. What was the difference?
We got stops. We were out running a little bit. And then we had great spacing against the zone. Listen, we started making shots. That always helps.
It sure does. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
And a look here now at the Bucks. They've wanted this to be a turnaround season. They have a few building blocks, but the roster construction is not complete. This front office has some tough decisions to make.
Well, coming back to the game of the night, the Bucks find themselves in a close one.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds, like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
It's good, too.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Without question, Kevin Porter displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The Bucks leading by 4. Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And B.A., that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Williams is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Bailey. And it's George in at the point. And here's Milwaukee now. The Jazz making their last shot. Can't hit the step back Jay. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Conchar. Williams on the wing. Oh, from deep. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Porter looks it over. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And here's Green from the arc. Outside for Porter. The 3 is up. Here's Antetokounmpo. They shoot again. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got 14 points for the game.
When Porter Jr. is smoking hot, he's hard to stop. He's so relentless in how he attacks, keeps constant pressure on the defense.
Now here's Conchar. Still no points. George finds Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Over Green. That one rolls around and rims out.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Porter. Green with a screen on George. And here's Porter outside. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 6. Outside, Williams. Pass to Conchar. Utah with another miss.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And they're on the break. Here's Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williams has got his first points in this one. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that it takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Brian, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Coming to the floor, make some noise.
Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for Milwaukee. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Now here's Turner. No made baskets yet. Antetokounmpo outside. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are two very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
Oh, he's a menace in the paint. Antetokounmpo. Jazz trail by 4. George passes to Williams. Back to George. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Conchar. 5 to shoot. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. making a change here. Portis is checked in. And Utah with a change here too. Collier, he's checked in for George. Portis with it. Still without a bucket. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 6. To the paint. Outside for Green. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. The Jazz have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. For the lead. A nice shot by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 12 points in the game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Porter from outside. And then Portis with the dunk.
Hard to exceed Portis' level of energy. I mean, he just doesn't seem to ever stop.
Outside, Williams. 1:03 left in the third. Pass to Bailey. Fires from deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Turner. Jang comes in for Green. Trent, he's checked in for Rollins. And it's Thomas in for Porter Jr. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And he lobs it. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Henson. Utah moving the ball around. George for 3. Counted from distance. George has got 7.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in. And the Jazz lead by 2.
With that shot in his bag, George doesn't have to get all the way to the rim.
Thomas outside. He's off on the layup. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Utah ahead, up 2. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Gary Trent is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Jang in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And here's Thomas. Pass to Trent. Over George. Trent's shot is off. Utah leading by 4. It's George on the wing. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Thomas, left side. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Well, the Jazz shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Portis against Love. Here's Sensabaugh. George outside. Love, a screen on Trent. For 3, George. Jang pulls it in. Bucks trail by 4. To the middle. Now Trent. It's rebounded by George. Into the lane. Pass to Collier. Back to Love. Here's Sensabaugh. Takes the 3. Connects from downtown. Sensabaugh's got his first 3 points of the game.
For a front court player, Love is an excellent passer.
And Thomas has got the ball here for the Bucks. Following this game, they host the Magic, and they're deep into this homestand. That'll be game 4 out of 5. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Different look for Milwaukee. Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Jang. And it's Porter Jr. in for Trent. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Porter. Outside, Green. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Williams. He was all alone on that one.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
A moment here for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Milwaukee's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. While it took some time for him to completely recover from this injury, there is a chance that he could play on it. So we'll be monitoring him closely. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
You know, you learn a lot about yourself through these long rehab processes. There's a physical component for sure, but I think mentally and psychologically is where the real challenge is. I have no doubt he'll return, and my guess is he'll be better and stronger than ever.
Here's George. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. He's checked in for the Bucks. The Bucks trail by 4. Porter outside. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Williams rips down the board.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Bailey. The free ball is down.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Williams. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. George! Cash from downtown!
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Antetokounmpo. Green outside. Shoots a three. Another chance. Too much Giannis.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Filipowski up top. Drives to the hoop. Flushes it down with both hands.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Whoa! Giannis with a showstopper.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Now pass to Williams. Now here's Filipowski. Turner covers. Bailey. The defensive pressure was right there. And so Porter will bring it up for Milwaukee. Giannis with the jam.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
Outside George. There's the double team with Porter. Here's George. Oh, unanswered slam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
we see the Jazz get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Keontae George.